time to really make those work on those things, those aesthetics that make you more of a better athlete. I think that's a smart thing to do. Okay, it's from my man Davis. He says, "You look amazing, Katie." Wow, I say, Katie, when I get a new girl on here, these guys acting like they act like it's just like yeah, Joy's got a new girl here. She's fine as a motherfucker. They get excited. So yeah. So anyway, like I said, it's tough, and it's good that you work with somebody like Brooke Walker, and doing all this stuff here. What would you say as a bodybuilder would need to really get to that next level?
Time, some muscle maturity. I think that I have quite a few things to bring up in my back. I've got plenty width, just not a whole lot of detail, and I think just time and consistency is the name of the game.
Yeah, it's most important, the consistency part, because not everybody can just do what y'all men and women do. Get up, make the time sacrifices you got to do. I know, like I've talked to somebody like sometimes they can't do the things that they usually used to do, like can't go hang out with your friends because you got to prep or you're in peak week. You can't eat everything you want to eat because particular foods might not be good for your diet. Like what was that thing like, especially after the USA's. I know you were hungry, you were starving. What was that thing, Katie, that you wanted the most? The thing
To
that
be
called
honest,
upon you.
I,
Be
I
honest.
wasn't like I wasn't particularly hungry after USA's. I was so on cloud nine that like food did not matter to me. But I did have some sushi.
Keep it. Yeah, you keep that. Yeah, I grew up. I grew up. We were poor, but we're not poor. You eat cold fish. That's just me. So But like I said again, what's the plan now that What's the plan now that you are now IFB Pro?
Yeah, so the plan is recoup the finances from doing two national shows back to back, and and I'm gonna take at least a year, um, and hopefully show up with something that makes a statement.
That's good. That's good to take that time to grow and develop. Like I said, a lot of competitors, I've seen competitors who get their pro cards and then some jump
Oh,
into the fray because they want to really see how they stack up to some of the top level competitors. And some take 2, 3 years, even more to take to grow and also again, the finances. Because his thing is about this, it's more expensive for you ladies to compete compared to the men. The guys got to wear a pair of banana hammocks and board
right.
shorts. You ladies, you have to make sure your hair is done, your makeup's done, not just adding in stuff like tanning, the cost of food, traveling to the shows, and as an amateur, paying your sanction fees, interest fees, everything that's involved as a competitor. And this is me as a fan. I wish there was more of opportunities for you ladies, especially in sport. Because one thing, sponsorship does help. Are you sponsored?
I'm not.
So everything's in your pocket.
It is.
Yeah, it's sad part about that because if you just look at, like I said, the Sarah Vilgas, she's put up 15K for Texas Pro. One show is growing up. He's my favorite actor. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. I love Arnold. There's not a tool and God to get the chopper. But then he decided to do this, and like I said, for my favorite movie, he walked quiet behind women's bodybuilding physique and figure and stabbed in the heart.
Hmm.
And it's harder now that there's so few shows. Even though women's bodybuilding has, I think the one division that has less shows than all of you right now is fitness. I know one lady says like under 12 shows, but then I think the people come to see who they want to see,
Hmm.
and it's always an issue about money. But if Arnold could put up $500,000 for men's open, come on, he could put up extra here and there for
Yeah.
women's physique and bodybuilding.
I fully agree, and I've heard the depth of field argument that like figure women's physique and women's bodybuilding weren't bringing a good enough talent pool, and I don't agree.
Well, his thing is, people come to see who they want to see, and you can't tell by not everybody like me. I can't afford to go to a show. I watch the live stream.
Right.
My first bodybuilding show I went to was Savannah. That was been a couple of years ago. I'm planning on maybe going to one next year because I live on a budget. But you ladies work just as hard as these men. Because men and women are different. Always going to be a difference between the both of us. And I know some people always have their prejudges about you women because most common ones like she's trying to be a man. Yeah. You're not a man. You're a very attractive lady.
I'm definitely not trying to be a
No,
man.
no, no. This thing is, I say sometimes you might get some maybe some more masculine aspects, but here's the thing about being a man. That's the mindset of what you be. I'm a man. It took me time to be a man. I was a kid, grew up, had to work, had to learn from other men. But you ladies are athletes. You put in the time, you put in the work, and you should get a little more compensation for your time and work. Like think about it. What's $2,000 or $3,000 in first place?
Right.
Or it's not much to, especially as I said again, the cost of your travel, the cost of your expenses, everything you get, your suits right there alone.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
pretty much
winning $2,000 or $3,000 isn't covering that show.
yeah. And then as an amateur, you put a lot of stuff you got to put into it.
Hmm.
Yeah. Here we have some comments. This is from my man KLA, the Wanderer Shot. KLA says, he says, "Hey, what's up? What up? Hey, brother." Also, this is for a man, David Brado, the Female Bodybuilding Forum. He's a great guy. Just had a live stream me, he and KL, and also my man Jeremy of the Art of Female Bodybuilding. He says, "Katie is lovely. You got to meet. You know what? I'm gonna send you Dave's link. He might like to do an interview with you."
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, I think because we're talking earlier. She said she's kind of like getting out of her comfort zone. Because his thing is, I try to make everything fun and informative while I'm here. Because I know some people get nervous because it's just you and me on the screen. You got the other people here, but I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to take a deep breath. Say "Fools, Baba." There you go. That's good. This is why I do this, because I want to give y'all ladies the opportunity to share your stories. People don't understand what it takes to be a bodybuilder, especially as a woman. Most of my channel is about recognizing you ladies. I've been a fan of you ladies or free bodybuilders for a long time. One of my crimes is going to be I'm a muscle person, but really when doing this content, I get to learn something, what it takes to compete. Like people don't understand when you're on stage, you're training for all the year to be on stage for maybe 2 minutes. Like I said again, you're hot, you're dehydrated, you're tired. Sometimes you get a little hangry, and that's people need to understand that.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, I do most of the talking here. She's a little shy, but anyway. But who do you follow anybody like other than Brooke? Who you are a fan of in the sport?
Oh man, we could go on all day. I am complete student of the sport. So I love all the categories and I follow absolutely everybody. But I mean, as far as like women's physique, I obviously love Sarah, Brooke, Natalia. Trying to think just off the top of my head. I've met Sid before and figure, and she's a phenomenal human. Like talk about somebody that like you walk up to and just acts like she's your best friend kind of thing, like, and you can't believe that she's won so many Olympias and she's just being nice.
Yeah.
um, let's see. I'm trying to think as far as goodness, this is a hard one.
That's what she said. So, oh,
No,
there we go again. This is the thing about live. It's fun when anything happens. But yeah, but it's great. There's amazing ladies who I'm a fan of. One particular lady I'm a fan of, and I gotta show her. This is the lovely Mrs. Andrea
oh my goodness.
Shaw.
So I've met Andrea Shaw before, and she congratulated me. Oh, stop that! I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
She congratulated me after winning my after winning my pro card at USA's, and I was so excited because I got a DM from Andrea Shaw.
Oh, that's so great. See, a while back, a friend of mine, her name is Eunice. She was at the Olympia when Andrea got Olympia #4. She got me this magazine.
Oh, I've got one. I've got a signed copy.
You do too?
I
I
do have a
thought
signed copy.
I got a signed copy. Oh,
I'm the
there.
oldest.
All right, I got a signed copy. She's just so lovely. I love her. I think I hold her, I sleep with her at night, and I call it George. But I think she's. But I got a problem. This is my brother, Keith Williams. He's an IFB pro bodybuilder. And Keith sent me this picture a while back. I told him, "Get your hands off my girl." David, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm sorry. I get jealous when other men touch my girl. That's my girl, David. I told you about my girl, David. I told you too, Keith. Keith's my brother. I love him. But
She's the best.
she's the best. I think her and Sarah and quite a few ladies have really changed the sport. I think bodybuilding for like women's physique came along at a time when bodybuilding was like about to be out. But now it's said again, even they're getting that stink eye, where there are a few shows. The criteria is not really, don't really, like I said, the judging thing, yeah, I gotta say that. But then if you don't sit down and set the criteria and say, okay, this is what we're going with, this is what we're working with, then you're gonna have certain women that are gonna look like this division or that division.
Right.
Mhm. Here we got here, my man KL says, is she that nervous? A little bit, because like I said, this is your first time, and it's fun when you get them first time. I'm sorry, Katie. That's just
I'm super shy. This is out of my comfort zone.
I know a lot of ladies who say they are very shy, very introverted. It's quite, especially again, you got to be on stage. You have people looking at you, judging you, and that really have a lot of courage to take yourself out of that comfort zone. And what you do, even coming here and sitting and talking with me. I mean, I respect that about you. See, just for a man, Freeman Bobby Four, my man, David says, does she like so Susan Graham? Look, she's so underrated. And that's Susan Graham, who just won the Omaha, was a few months back. Or you ever follow her?
Yeah, Susan Graham, it looks great. She's got a stupid ab and thigh. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, she is. And this is from my man David says, George, heel. Don't even think about it. Hey, forget it. You know me. And this is from my man Russ. He says, so true. Give them their flowers now. Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. And this is from my man KL says, get over it, George. If she doesn't mind the hugs, ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, I can do something about it. I can do something about it. I can complain about it. Keith, like I said, Keith, I love you, my brother, but I tell you, you have a wife. I'm sorry, Keith. I'm sorry. Get my I'm sorry. He says, sometimes the other guy he just can't help himself. He's like a dog, just in cars. He'll know do one if he gets one. So anyway, yeah, I can understand dealing with like your family and friends. Do they, support you in your career as a bodybuilder?
Yeah, my family definitely supports me. I don't think they understand it. Um, so it's not like they, come out to shows or do anything like that. But they're not opposed to it. My mom is amazing, and she would do absolutely anything to help me. But uh, nobody's in my family's fit. Like I'm the only person in my family that exercises. So I don't necessarily know where I came from, but but I mean my family supports me. They just support me in the way that they can.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking earlier that you're from a French Cajun family, like the or Oulin Bouzante, like the Good Times Roll, and sometimes they're very French Cajuns are kind of like traditional, like eating is different, like especially
Oh, my mom
yeah.
is the best cook in the entire world, and if you tell her she can't put butter or oil on something, it is that's gonna start a fight.
My mother, she was a pretty good cook. I mean, I when I get off of work, I used to remember my brother when he was alive. I get at home, he'll get home from work. He's sitting there eating fish and rice, and he say he's working his jaw. Say, you will make house. So I don't eat fish. So that's cool, but hey, leave me some rice, some chicken or something. That's good. Because I know my mother, she's been gone for about 4 years, about 5 years
Oh,
already.
sorry.
And it's good that you have that support, and it's tough. And said again, that people don't understand. But then the people that love you and know you support your decision and where you want to go. Here is from man KL. He says, but what is the difference on stage? On camera, it is because of you don't know the questions people are going to